Holy Bible Astonishing Find, what the Dead Sea Scrolls really revealed about the time of Jesus Christ. Bible scholar Professor Francesca Stavrakopoulou revealed how pivotal the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls in the 20th century was in order to understand the Jewish history of the people thousands of years ago. This according to Joel Day of Express UK. These Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered in 1946 and 47 in the caves on the West Bank, and more discoveries were made in the 50s, even as recently as 2017, and in which blank parchment in a jar was recovered from 12th century by the Hebrew University. The text gave historical religious significance containing some of the oldest known works later included in the Bible, and thousands of more scripts and parchments were discovered in the Dead Sea area. Many of the discoveries have been damaged beyond repair and recognition due to natural causes through the ages. The exact time period is a point of contention among scholars, but most agree that the scrolls fall somewhere between the last 3 centuries BC and the 1st century AD. And in all, researchers recovered 981 different manuscripts from 11 caves. The caves of Qumran. Only 2 biblical texts older than the Dead Sea Scrolls have been found. They were located in Jerusalem in Ketef Hinnon and later dated around 600 BC. The scrolls discovery was overly significant for scholars of the Old Testament, making a make or break situation. The scrolls acted as either an affirmament or a repudiation of the reliability of the text transmission from the original biblical text to the oldest Masoretic texts that are now available. The discovery proved a certain accuracy of transmission over a period of thousands of years, and the result was the texts from the Old Testament were rendered reliable copies of the original works. During a BBC Radio 2014 podcast, Beyond Belief, Archaeology and Religion, religious archaeologists and scholars discussed the significance of the finding of these scrolls and what they contained. Professor Stavrakopoulou revealed how the findings exposed certain social issues of that time, around the time before and after Jesus Christ, 3rd century BC to 100 AD. And Ernie Rea asked Professor Stavrakopoulou, what impact did the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls have? And what did it tell us about the time of Jesus Christ that we did not know before these scrolls were found? And she answered, I think it shows that the time of Jesus and the Jesus movement that grew up around him was just one of the number of Jewish sects or cults in which there were all sorts of anxieties about the relationship of the Jewish people and their God to the rest of the world. And she goes on to explain particularly in relation to the Roman Empire, and so ideas about the end times and a great apocalyptic or eschatological battle, the coming of a savior figure or a messiah figure were actually not just common, but were really diverse in their manifestations. Jesus and the movement around him was just one of those manifestations that happened to catch. Now, more recently, in 2018, a Bible museum in the United States was forced to remove fragments of what it believed were part of the Dead Sea Scrolls from display. The Museum of Bible in Washington, D.C. sent 5 of its 16 fragments for analysis in Germany, and Germany concluded that they were not of ancient origin. In other words, they were counterfeit, and they were removed from that library. At that time, the museum's chief curator officer, Jeffrey Kloha, said he had hoped the testing would render different results, but he said this is an opportunity to educate the public on the importance of verifying the authenticity of rare biblical artifacts, the elaborate testing process undertaken, and our commitment to transparency. This is on Express UK. Please leave your comments. Thank you. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, You will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.